This is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel once again. Today, we're gonna visit the house of Chanel, since that seems to be the hot topic going on all over YouTube right now. So I might as well get it to my channel also. But today, we're gonna start with, I think, one of the best Chanel fragrances that they'd ever come out with. And that's gonna be from the house of BLEU de Chanel, and that fragrance is called BLEU de Chanel PARFUM. Now, of course, we're gonna do a deep dive and or first impression as soon as we come back. Welcome back to Fraganomics, the destination where confidence starts with a spray. Here we want you to smell unforgettable and stand out everywhere you go. Because as we always say, smelling is not just your fragrance, it's your signature. Let's get into BLEU de Chanel PARFUM. All right, as you can see, we got BLEU de Chanel PARFUM for men. We got it pulled up. Let's go ahead on and check out the main accords, which are woody, citrus, aromatic, amber, fresh spicy, powdery, warm spicy, lavender, and green. Let's see what it says. It says this particular one is rated a 4.44 out of 5 with 8,750 votes. Now it said BLEU de Chanel was launched in 2018. Then gets into the nose behind it. And let's see what the breakdown of the fragrance is. It says that the top notes are lemon zest, bergamot, mint, and artemisia. The mid notes are lavender, pineapple, geranium, and green notes. And then it says the base notes are sandalwood, cedar, amber, isoi super, and tonka bean. Let's see. It also says that different variations have came out of this, but it seems to be years in between because the Eau de Toilette came out in 2010, then the Eau de Parfum come out in 14, and then the Parfum came out in 18. So it doesn't seem to be another BLEU de Chanel since then in this line that has came up until, here recently, which is gonna be another fragrance we're gonna bring on the channel next. But as of now, we're gonna deal with this particular one. I don't see the price on here right off the bat, but I can tell you pretty much how much it costs, and we're gonna get into that in a moment. So while we at it, we're gonna switch screens. Let's go ahead and get this thing broke down. All right, guys, I'm gonna preface this video by saying, don't do what I do. I love fragrances. I love having fun with them. Like I told you before, they take me to different states of mind. They actually relax me, calm me, or whatnot. And once I actually figured out they had that effect on me, I kind of got started. So please don't do what I do, but I'll take this video as an educational type video so that at least you'll understand what's going on. Now, a lot of people have poo-pooed on this particular fragrance. Everybody smells like it and this, that, and the other, but we're gonna break it down here on this channel and see if we get that same impression. Now, with all that being said, the boy's been shopping again. And I'm not proud, but some things I got to do for the channel. So what I did, I've been out to Macy's. So this is a little bag when you go out there and pay that they put everything in. And what we got here, but what I did is because actually it was on sale, and I picked up BLEU de Chanel PARFUM. Now, like I said, this particular one is on sale right now. It's the 5-ounce bottle, which costs, let me see if I can let you all see what it's going for. The 5-ounce bottle was $1.99. God damn! 15% off going on with Chanel right now. So I went out there to check out the new fragrance, which we're gonna go over, at a later date. But I ended up getting this one. So today, let's deal with this Bleu de Chanel here. All right, as you can see, this is a box. It's a regular blue box that's wrapped up. You know, got your barcode and everything on it. Let's go ahead and get the fragrance opened up. Let's see here. As you can see, nice little shiny box that's coming out of, dull on the back, nothing special. Regular Bleu de Chanel box. Let me get this trash off the table. Let's see how we open it. I think we go in through the top here. And like I said, I ended up getting a little bit bigger bottle because of the price. This particular one is the big bottle. This one, if I'm not mistaken, this is 5 ounces. Because the 2.5 ounce cost like, I think it was like $155, and then the 3.5 ounce was like $175, $180. And for another $20, you can get you another 2 ounces. This way I got enough to last me for life. So I ended up going with the big one. Now, as we all know, I don't know if you guys, you know, dealt with Bleu Chanel, whether they all got the blue bottle where you can see through it. It looks like the glass is blue, but the liquid may be clear. I can't really tell. Let's see, we got this magnetic as far as the lid that's on it. Not enough to hold a bottle, but it's got a good bit of magnetism. But you know, these expensive fragrances, I wouldn't trust them, you know, to hold my bottle. So no writing on the back. And you got your batch code type information. I ain't got my fingerprints all over it now. You got all your information on the bottom. 150 ml, 5 ounce bottle, which I thought, you know, for the price, I thought this was a pretty good deal. I don't like to waste money, even though, you know, with all these fragrances, I didn't need the big bottle, but we'll talk about it and I'll explain why I did it in a minute. But like I said, we got the blue atomizer on it, nothing special. All the Bleu Chanels come in the same one. But with that, let's get him on the atomizer. First of all, let's see what kind of atomizer. And we see it's a brand new bottle. See how long it takes to get it primed up. See if you guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And we got pressurized here. Now, let me get him, you know, wound down. I don't want to bring it straight to my nose. But Lord have mercy. It's doing this thing already, folk.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Already. Now for me, that top note is where it's at. Right off the bat, you're gonna get that lemon zest. Bergamot with a little bit of mint. That's a good bit of mint in it, actually. Because the mint with the actual lemon kind of works together. I like it. And it artisanal. I don't know exactly what that is. I'm gonna have to check that out. But that's the top note. Now, this particular one is a summer freshie. It is super fresh. It's kind of, be honest, kind of on the weaker side, I think. That's another reason that I bought the big bottle, because I'm familiar with the scent profile or whatnot. But on this particular, I don't think it'll last a whole lot on skin. You're gonna have to bathe in it, I'm thinking, as far as how this note coming out, because it's so nice, crisp, and clean. Like I said, the lemon zest, bergamot, mint is the first thing, and they're mixed very well. They come right off the top. But for me, like I said, I wish the top note would last a little bit longer. I'm gonna let it dry out a minute. Now you do get some of the lavender after, I would say, probably the first minute. You're gonna get the lavender. You know, I don't really smell a lot of the pineapple out in the air, but the closer I get to my nose, I do get the pineapple, geranium. And it definitely has a little bit of greenness on the back, but it's still nice and fresh all the way through. Now you almost gotta rub your nose with this one, because the base note is not really what that. Now I do pick a little cedar up in there, but the cedar and lemon kind of go together to my nose. But you got your cedar, your sandalwood, amberwood, and it has Isoe Supra. I don't pick up a lot of tonka bean, but it says it's in it. Now, the Isoe Supra obviously is because I actually got a sample and sprayed, bought the whole little bottle of sample. I sprayed it on when I walked the mall before I picked it up. And I really love the fragrance, just clean and crisp how it comes off. But once it gets to the skin, now I bought this maybe 6 hours ago, and I can still, you know, kind of pick it up on my skin, but you're getting more of the base notes. So With this particular, don't think you're gonna go in and put, 4 or 5 sprays on and, it's gonna last you all day. That's not what this kind of scent is. And that, like I said, that's the reason I got the big bottle, because I could tell by the scent profile, you're gonna have to bathe it because it's so light, airy, and clean. It kind of reminds me of, Parfums of Marley Sedley profile, how it's coming off. It is super clean, crisp, does not smell cheap. I mean, I know it's a designer fragrance, whatnot, but it's just so light. And you're gonna have to keep a decant with you. Probably have to touch this thing up, because to be honest, for me, for my nose, the top note is where it shines at, and you're not gonna get that for about, I would say, the maximum. This is just for my limited whatever, because I thought I had a bottle, but I never wore it. But we're gonna talk about that. But I'm talking about the bottle I just got. When I put on the actual sample, whatnot, I don't think a top note lasts no more. Maybe, like I said, it seemed like it was gone for less than an hour, and then it kind of, went down into, the lavender, pineapple, geranium note. That's kind of what it came off to me. But this particular is nice and clean and crisp. It does not smell cheap. It does smell designer, there's no doubt about it. I smell, quite a few fragrances that kind of put me in mind of it, but nothing that's quite like it. If I had to kind of give me, the mind that puts me in something like maybe a Jimmy Choo, Man Aqua, Man Blue, a lot of those, summer aquatics and whatnot, it kind of puts me in that realm. But I think this has something special, that zest, as far as that top note, the way it comes off on top, I think it kind of pushes just a little bit above the rest. Now, like I said, this is just my opinion on these fragrances. I'm not saying, go run out and buy them like I always tell you. But what I'm saying is, now I've heard, different people talking about this online. Everybody wears it. It's not that great. You waste your money, this, that, and the other. I say no, that's not the case on this. This particular one, it is mass appealing. This is something that no matter where you go, you're gonna smell good. And let's be real, statistics already came out, probably 99% of men don't even wear cologne. They might have, some English leather or brute or something they've had for 20 years that they throw on when they go to church or to a funeral or something. Most people, unless it's probably businessmen, playboys, or guys like us that are into it, but it's not that many of us are just into fragrances like this. So it's not like you're gonna smell it everywhere. But this is a mall scent. Don't get it twisted. When you go in the mall, usually something like this is what's being sprayed all over. You're gonna get this nice, clean, lemony, zesty, crisp type of smell. It is in that. It's not something super special, but I think it has enough uniqueness that it needs to be talked about. And especially now, because what's going on now, everybody's talking about the new fragrance, the one with the exclusive. And we're gonna bring that to the channel very soon. But before that, I wanted to kind of get the base as far as the new fragrance. I want to get that on the channel first, so at least we'll know what the first one smells like, before we, just run right to what just came out 2 or 3 days ago. But with that, let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. This video has gotten very long because, everybody's talking about the exclusive, and that's gonna be next. So stay tuned. See you at the next one.